The greater good.
Hey everybody, Greater Good Mining here. I got my KS1 today and I am super excited. I'm going to show you guys how to set it up start to finish, and if I sound a little punchy, then you know everything's okay, because I always sound a little punchy. Just kidding. Just like before, of course, I'm trying to do this at like friggin' midnight, so hey, excuse my weirdness, I'm tired. So anyway, a lot of people keep asking me, what's the official Iceriver website? And there's been a lot of controversy over someone trying to scam and like setting up a sponsored Google link, and people getting scammed and stuff like that. So don't punch in the website on Google. Go straight to your web browser and punch in iceriver.io. Don't Google search it, because then you're opening yourself up to getting scammed. Don't do that with anything. Just find out what the official website is and then go straight to it. Don't Google it. So anyway, to get started, just like in my KS0 video, if you guys have a KS0, you might want to try to follow that instructional video. This one might be a little different, so let's go for it. You're going to go to Iceriver's official website that I just showed you. You're going to go to support, you're going to go to tutorials, and then whatever your miner is. Last time I had the KS0, this time I am happy to say I've got the KS1. So KS1 and KS2 look like they have the same manual. Click on English download if you speak English. And then, like I did in the other video, I'm just going to scroll past some of this stuff, guys, and we'll get started with the juicy stuff. I made the room dark this time, guys, just to make it a little more romantic for all of us. Just kidding. I mean, I got a lot of glare off the screen, so, I mean, you can even see just the one little light bulb in the background, so I turned some lights off, so that's why it looks a little dark in here, guys. Anyway, you're going to scroll down, and it's similar to the KS0. Check out my other video if you need to set up the KS0. I'll leave a link in the description. So you're going to connect the machine to your Ethernet first, and then plug in the power cord and turn on the machine. The KS1 actually has a switch on it. Let me turn the lights on real quick, guys, so you can see this. I'm gonna have to get a different computer that doesn't have so much glare. So this one actually has a power switch on it. So I'm gonna plug in my Ethernet, and I'm gonna plug in the power cable. You need 220, guys. If you don't have 220 and you bought a KS1, you gotta figure that out. I already got my 220 set up, so let's go for it. Okay, we've got the Ethernet cable plugged in. We've got our power cord connected. I flip the switch on, and it's doing its thing. I'm only seeing 14 watts so far. And I think in Red Panda's video when he was doing his KS2, it ramps up pretty quickly to the full power that it would normally draw. So I guess we'll see. I'll keep an eye on the power meter, and I'll show you guys what's going on with it every once in a while. Okay, so next step, I've already downloaded the batch processing tool. Last time in my other video, you might have seen, if you watched the KS0 setup video, oh, here we go, it's booting up. There it goes, it's ramping up. You can hear it, it's getting louder. I might have to try and move the computer away from this thing because it's kind of loud. Give me a second. Okay, I hope you guys can hear me. I moved away from the miner. So next, you're going to go back to that screen where you downloaded your manual, and then you're going to go to this batch processing tool here. In my other video, the KS0 video setup, I clicked on the English download, and it ended up downloading in Chinese. So I don't know for sure if they fixed it, but if for some reason you click on the English download and it shows up in Chinese, my solution last time was just to click on the Chinese download instead, and it showed up in English. Anyway, I don't need to re-download this. I've already got the Iceriver IP configuration screen here set up, so I don't really need to re-download it. So this is what you're going to be extracting. You're going to extract the files from the batch processing tool. It's pretty easy. Just right click, hit extract all, and then click on the Iceriver symbol here, and it'll open up this IP configuration setup here. Next thing we're going to do, we need to connect the miner. Give me 1 second, I got to go back over to the miner. Hopefully you can hear me over there. Okay, I'm back over by the miner. Hopefully you guys can hear me. So next we need to obtain the machine's IP address. So you should have already downloaded that batch processing tool that I was showing you in the last step. You know, unzip it, open it up, then you'll open up your Iceriver IP configuration tool here, and then you're going to click Detect IP, and then this screen will pop up. And then what you need to do is go over to the Iceriver machine, and there's a button towards the top near the blinky lights. I'm about to show you. I just didn't want to walk over there with the machine being so loud. You're going to hold down the Detect IP button just for a second, and your IP address should pop up on this screen right here, okay? You're going to take that IP address that pops up in that little corner here, and you're going to punch it in to your Chrome browser. Iceriver recommends using Chrome browser, guys. Okay, so I'm going to show you the button to hit, and I'm going to hit it. I'm not going to show you my IP address, though. I'll show you the next step in a second, but let me walk over to the machine so you can see what button to push. See right there, IP report. Okay, it didn't take long. That's all you need to do is push it like that, and it reported my IP on the machine. So I'm going to take my IP address, punch it in the Chrome browser, and I'll show you the next step. Oh, 683 watts it's saying by the way, just so you know. Okay, so now that you've punched your IP address into your Chrome browser, this is what's going to show up. It's in Chinese, but we can translate it. Just hit this little button up here. Translate to English. And it's your login name and password. So login name is admin. And password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Enter. And now we are getting the mining screen here. Sorry, I'm trying to sweep the camera around, so they don't want to dox my IP address and stuff like that. So anyway, yeah, I mean, it's getting 1,055 gigahash per second, and that is going to someone else's wallet. So we need to do a few things. We need to change the password on our machine here, and we need to punch in our pools, and we need to punch in our mining address, the Kaspa wallet. Okay, next we're gonna change our password. We're gonna go to user settings, and then we're gonna punch in our current password, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'm gonna make up my own new password, and I'll get back with you guys in a second for the next step. We got our new password punched in and saved it. Now we're gonna configure the mining pools and our backup pools and our Kaspa wallet. I would definitely recommend setting up a backup pool. It saved me the last time around. My KS0 video, I changed the stratum around because I'm used to doing things in Hive OS, and just out of habit, I was so tired. It was like 3 in the morning, just like it is right now. And I punched in 1206 at the end because I'm in the United States, like Eastern United States. And usually that would have been appropriate for Hive OS, but it's not for this Asic miner. They don't do well with the same kind of settings, so just leave the settings that you're going to see below alone. When I scroll down, you'll see the different pools, just like in the KS0 video. I'm going to mine first to Kaspa pool, so I'm going to copy this stratum, and see these last 4 numbers here. I'm just going to leave those alone. Just copy this directly, hit copy, and then we're going to go back over to our mining page here, and actually it's pretty much the same stratum, but I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to change my pools around. I don't want the same pool each time, so I'm going to go kaspapool.org like we just copied. Then my next stratum I'm going to copy is Wooly Poly. I'm going to do Wooly Poly for my backup. And then ACC pool for my third. I go over a different video where I review different mining pools. Just my opinion. This is the way I like mine set up. You can, use whatever mining pool you want, but I was trying to look at the hash rate. I was trying to look at the percentage of fees. Kaspa pool right now has the lowest fees. Wooly Pulley, I think Kaspa Pool is like 0.75% fee. Wooly Pulley, I believe, is 0.9, but I kept them as a backup because they worked as a backup for me when I screwed up on punching the stratum in on hero miners. I was getting a lot of rejected shares on hero miners, and it was totally my fault. I punched in the wrong numbers here, guys, so be careful with that. So I wanted to reward Wooly Pulley for saving my butt and saving my hash rate by being number 2, even though their fees are a little bit higher. And then 0.8, I think, percent fee right now is for ACC Pool. I liked, having these guys on here because their fee is lower and they're a little further down on the hash rate dominance, guys. So this part right here is where we're going to punch in our address. It's going to be that same wallet address for all 3. I'm not going to show you my wallet address. So just punch in your wallet address, and then after that, I believe we have to restart the miner. Yeah, it does look like after you punch in your mining pools and your Kaspa wallet address, you will need to restart the miner. So hit the restart button, and then just wait for it to go through its full reboot. Don't mess with it while it's rebooting. And it'll say, "Are you sure?" And you will say, "Yes, I'm sure." And successful operation. Okay. We'll give it a minute to reboot, and I'll be back with you guys. Okay, yeah, it's rebooting. It's down to like 15 watts, so it's definitely rebooting right now. So once it boots back up, I should be good to go. It should be hashing at 1 terahash. Last time I looked at the screen, it was 1.3 terahash, so this thing's a little butt kicker. I'm pretty pumped here. So I'll give it a little while to reboot. I'll go back to the mining screen, the web GUI, and we'll just take a look and see what it's doing after it's back to its full hash rate, guys, and we'll check the wattage and see what it's at when it's totally ramped up. Yeah, pretty pumped. Okay, we are up and mining. 1055 gigahash per second. It was just up to 1200 gigahash per second just a second ago before I started shooting again. So yeah, I mean, it fluctuates just like the KS0. There's not that much you can change. Like, you can change the fan settings. I turn the fans down to like 60%, but for some reason whenever you go back to this page, it defaults back to where it shows 100. But if you can hear them right now, they're quieter, they're running at 60%. Let me just show you. Like, I'll just hit the save button, and then you'll hear it ramp up. Yeah, it gets pretty loud. So yeah, I mean, it's mining, and I'm pumped, guys. It's doing what it's supposed to do. I will continue to make videos like this. I'll try to keep you guys informed on how it's doing. I've got it mining to its own wallet, so I'll post frequent results on how things are going. And I hope you like this video. I'm gonna keep making videos. I did order another KS0 and a KS1 because of the like significant drop in price that Iceriver changed on their website for all their miners, and for the discount code they gave to the people like me that took the risk and pre-ordered first. So thank you, Iceriver, for doing that. I did order another KS1 and another KS0. I know it sounds crazy, but it was too good of a deal to pass up. So I'm gonna have 2 of these. I'm just gonna keep one on one wallet just because it's easier to track what's going on with one of them that way. I'm gonna mine the other ones to a totally different wallet that I have that I kind of just hodl. I don't mess with it. I just hold and leave it there. So anyway, I hope you guys like this video. I'm pretty pumped about this. Hopefully this helped you out with your setup. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below. I'm gonna start doing like a deep dive on this probably tomorrow after I get some sleep. It's about 3 in the morning. I didn't tell you guys this, but in the middle of shooting this video, my internet service provider, there was an outage. I thought I was screwing everything up, setting this thing up. I'm like, why is this so hard? The KS0 is so easy. And I even swapped my modems out. I was doing all kinds of crazy network problem solving, and then finally, the last thing I checked was the app for my internet service provider, and as soon as I logged into the app,
sure enough, it showed that there's an outage in the area. So it's another one of those nights where I'm up till 3 in the morning screwing with these things. I love it though. I'm having a blast. I hope you guys are too. And please subscribe and like and comment. Let me know what you want me to test on this thing. I'll do a deep dive on it probably tomorrow. So anyway, thanks for watching, and keep it decentralized for the greater good.
The greater good.